Come on, everybody, let's start the show. A quick ahoy hoy and away we'll go. Richard's got a minifig and Flynn's got a pin. The gang's all here and it's time to begin. Tricky Bricks roll call. Moto, Holly, Cara, and sometimes Blair, Clicky, Logan, Ms. Thing and Angela, and Thunderman Ho! Now you're here to grab your bricks and let's go to the Tricky Bricks Build and Chat Show!
Ahoy, hoy, friends.
Ahoy, hoy, friends. Happy Sunday. Oh, it's so good to be here and with coffee. And
you can't see it right now, but we can see. We have a very, it's bright.
Sorry.
Very lively green room.
We do have a very lively green room, as always, but especially lively today with two of our special guests. But real quick here, I'm just gonna there we go. There. Now we're not in Tomb anymore.
Yeah, it's nice.
All right. So, hey, Rob Zaccardi, how's it going? We're out for family lunch, so we'll have to watch later. We will be here to watch later. So say hello to everybody for us. All right.
We do well in reruns.
We do all right. Okay. So let's go ahead and welcome on our panel of fabulous guests for today.
Who could they be?
We've got first, we have got from Lego Masters Season 2, it is Moto.
Hello.
Ahoy, Moto. How's it going today?
Season 2. Oh, I'm doing okay.
I know. I'm asking you this like we didn't just talk like 5 seconds ago, but
I'm a little tired, and I wasn't available on Friday because I'm at a Lego show with my Dunlug compatriots.
Well, it was good of you to be here, and it's funny. The Lego show that you're at looks surprisingly like your room, your build room.
No, they're covering this morning for me, and then I'm gonna head on out. I could have done the Blair thing and shown you the little train thing, but
next time.
Wanted to do that. I actually told them I gotta do a YouTube stream, and then I'll join you guys in the afternoon.
Awesome!
Wow,
you're so good to us.
Like maybe watch. And I said, well, it's Tricky Bricks. Just go to YouTube.
Right on. And we have from the Pacific Northwest, who has changed her name back now. It is no longer Garmadon. It is Holly. Hi, Holly.
Ahoy, hoy. Happy Sunday, everyone.
Ahoy, hoy.
Where did Garmadon go?
I know, Garmadon.
I don't know. It came and went.
Back to the volcano lair.
Next up from across the bay, who I just and from across the table yesterday.
It's so close.
It is Minifig Chick. Hi, Cara.
Hi, Cara.
Everyone.
Hi, Cara.
Good to see you all.
Hello.
And we know Paint Pusher isn't far away.
Yes, just a
Yeah,
little.
about 6 feet away.
Just a little bit. And then, a couple people saying, Moto, your mic is very loud. So
It's a little
maybe lower just a little bit. And sometimes, most of the time, pretty much all the time now, Blair. Hi, Blair.
Boy,
Oi, how's it going?
doing well. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
And now, our very special guests from even further north than Blair and Holly, like further north and over to the right some. It is
To the right.
our east, I guess. It is our very, very special guests who we haven't had on in quite a while. I'm so excited they said yes, they would be here today. Please welcome to the stream, Kevin and Brenda.
Yay!
Ahoy, ahoy.
Ahoy,
together.
Hey, guys.
Also,
How
I'm
you-
pretty sure we screamed yes in unison in a video, I think was our response.
You did, and it was funny. I showed that to Cara yesterday, and I was like, I asked Kevin and Brenda to be on the show, and they responded with the most Kevin and Brenda response that there could possibly be, and thoroughly enjoyed it.
I was just verifying that we are indeed further north than Holly, but it's
Speaking of
barely,
the
I
most,
think, barely.
Kevin and
A little
Brenda,
bit.
you
Couple
Google
hours.
maps, and I can't.
Yeah.
I can't. You have to start at the 7 out of 10. Don't look at that.
Yeah.
Look at the side of that.
But like
Oh
we're
my
further
goodness.
south than Seattle.
Tomato tornado. Hi, Abby.
Are you really? You're further south than Seattle?
Yeah, a lot of Ontario is.
Oh,
Like
weird.
Toronto's farther south than you for sure.
Ontario's there.
Okay.
Much this
Right,
way,
just
Kevin.
barely then. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but we still get the snow. Don't worry. Hello, everyone.
Hi,
Hello.
chat.
Hi back to everybody.
Hello.
How have you two been?
Great.
It's a glorious time here in the Trois.
Yeah.
In the what did you
That's
say?
short
there?
for Ottawa. She calls it the
The
Trois. I
upper.
don't know.
Let me say it. The upper. What are we? The upper right. What did you say? Lower. Northern right. What did you say?
Northern and slightly to the right.
You're doing lovely.
That is
Thank
like
you
all
for
directions.
asking. It's so nice to see all your shining.
I just try to
faces.
deal with her. It's fine.
You're doing great.
Well, you do an excellent job.
I agree. Good job, buddy.
No, we're good. We've been streaming on Twitch almost exclusively now.
So I wanted to ask you about that. So I know that you kind of like moved over to Twitch. Are you no longer doing YouTube at all? Just
not
Twitch?
really on my channel. I do stream on we do mockumentary on Mondays with Claire and Tech. We've been on their channels for that, and I've just said either we can keep going on your channels or I can move to Twitch. But we just love it over there.
I also post intermittent videos on the Artinjest YouTube channel, but we've never really live streamed from my channel on YouTube, and we both live stream from both our channels.
And I'll still post an occasional video for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I will say that Twitch is a very Brenda platform.
I hear that a lot. So many people, before I start, even when we just started on YouTube, they were like, oh, you should go on Twitch. And I didn't understand until I went on there, and it's like standing inside a pinball machine all the time.
It is. It's exactly what it's like. That's a very good description.
Yeah, and that feels right to me. That feels right and comfortable. I want everything to make an additional sound and make because that's how I feel. That's how I feel my feelings.
I know.
And you hate it.
No, I love it there.
You love Twitch. You do.
I pick my own features very carefully.
You do.
I introduce them very slowly.
I turn on everything max volume
gosh.
all the time. We're talking motor level mic for every alert, for every sound.
Oh my goodness.
It's coming in colorful.
They're about to tell us to turn our mics down, I'm sure.
Probably. Earphones out, everybody. You should have done that.
You guys are good.
So in just a minute here, we're going to say hi to everybody in the chat. So make sure and populate that chat list with some hellos so that we get you in our little participants list over here on the YouTubes.
You know, I've sort of caught Twitch third party through when you're streaming and when you're watching other streams, but it seems to me like Twitch is much more a solo venue. Right? Not exclusively, but it's a lot of I'm your only DJ today.
Yeah, there's not a lot of, I will say there's not a lot of this type of thing on Twitch.
Yeah.
Where you have multiple people on. It usually is the person whose channel it is. I mean, there are some, I suppose, but my experience has been, it's been mostly just whoever's on the one camera.
A
Yeah.
lot of gamers will use multi-stream and stuff, and Twitch kind of has its roots in gaming. But for sort of the subgenre of makers and crafting and art and music and stuff that we're in, I think you're probably right.
It's a lot harder to keep your notifications and all the things on screen that they're used to with your other people.
Yeah.
You can still do it, of course, but it's a lot more involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, cool. Well, we are so excited to have you here today. And you know who else we're excited to have here today? Everybody who is watching. So let's give
done there.
let's give a shout out to everybody who's here. We've got Abby the Brick Squirrel is here. Apples is here from Europe. Hello. Brickanista, Brickaroo Bonsai, Bricks and Mortar. Hello, Jamae. How's it going?
Cabbage Face Bricks.
Cabbage Face Bricks. We've got Chris Out of Time, April 2022 Chalice. I think that's a
Back to the Future.
Thank you. Back to the Future reference. We've got Chunky Monkey, Darren Siegfried, Gergonzola. Holly is here in two places at once. Hooded One, John Luttrell, and Vicky. Hello. We've got I'm Bored Toys is here as well as on the screen. My goodness, we're everywhere all at once. We've got Lisa Head. Hello, Lisa. So good to see you. Hopefully, we will see you at Bricks LA this year. Maraid is here, kicking off the Emscapades with Maraid, Matthew Builds Bricks, Minifig Chick, Minifig Nick, and Moto. And I know I almost just said Monica Berry because it's her name is always there. Patrick Wismer is here, Phil Carlton and Don, hello. We've got Rob Ketraside, Uber Maddie, hello, a new name.
Hello.
Welcome. Bonsoir, Wilfred. Wilfred is here. Wyatt Builds, and of course, Zarakino, Kim,
Wherever you
may
are.
be. Wherever you may be. All right,
That
well.
was intense.
I love
I just saw Brickman Mosaics Art just popped in. Hello, how's it going? My goodness, we've got here we go.
people.
Blair, I always love your purple background. I like to imagine that as you walk about town, you always have kind of a purple glow following you.
Well, our house is painted all like Lego Friends colors inside. So
Oh, awesome. How fun.
this room is like the darker lavender, and the other room is the lighter lavender, and then we have the lime green and the azure in the main room. It's pretty fun.
That sounds delightful.
Makes me want to go over there and build a Friends set because it'll just fit right into the
We've
room.
got plenty.
Well, actually, that's a good thing. I want to talk about Friends for a little bit. So, first of all, have you seen we've talked about it a little bit, but have you seen the Friends Advent calendar for this year?
Yes.
I have
Yes.
it. I haven't opened it.
Oh my goodness. It is so absolutely adorable. And we have like the micro doll versions of all of our all of the Friends characters. Although we may have said this before, I felt like they kind of gave Andrea the short shrift because they basically just put Liz in there, which I'm happy for another Liz.
But what about Andrea?
But she has the Liz hairdo, and like it basically just looks like a little Liz. So
now, is there a boy mini doll now too?
You mean a micro doll?
Micro doll?
There are several.
There's
one
one,
named
but I don't
Kevin.
think there was one featured in
There
the
is one
Advent.
named Kevin.
Nice.
There is.
I
one
ordered
named
him
Kevin.
from Bricks and Pieces because I didn't necessarily want the set, so I ordered him from Bricks and Pieces.
I did the same. I totally cheated and just got all the parts I wanted from that calendar on Bricks and Pieces.
I like
Yep.
this. He's in the horse stables set, and I like it a lot. I just don't have anywhere to put it right now.
Yeah.
So, but I got two Kevins. Had to have them.
Well, because now y'all, Kevin and Brenda, y'all are fans of Friends, yes?
So much fans.
Yeah.
Very, very fans. Max fandom.
Very
The
many
Friendship
friends.
Bus the Friendship Bus is like built on the
Oh yes.
Pop Star Party Bus. And
Oh,
it's
the
built
Pop
on
Star
the
Party Bus is
Friendship
great.
Bus. There's a set called the
it's a
Friendship
mashup
Bus.
of the two, though, because the Pop Star Party, yes, it is.
She-
Well,
In her,
There are a lot of
In my head.
buses in Friends. There
As
are
there
a lot-
should be.
As there should be. Many-
Heart Lake City is very mass transit friendly.
Yeah,
It
it's-
is.
It's a
Gee, yeah.
sustainable town.
It is absolutely. I want to. So you know, the 10-year anniversary of Friends is coming up.
oh, I didn't know that. Will they do a thing?
Yeah, next year I believe is the 10-year anniversary of Friends, and we've been seeing so much other stuff. Somebody I think mentioned this the other day, and I can't remember if it was here or on Twitch or whatever, but we were talking about wondering if they're going to make gold mini dolls because you know they've been doing all
Like
the
the
gold.
Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, they did the
Oh,
Harry
yeah.
Potter ones. They did the
Wow.
Ninjago ones.
That'd be so fun.
Can you
I
imagine
want-
if there was a golden Liz in
I can imagine.
Can't even with that. I need about 100 of those. I will.
I would need a crown, I would take, like Brick Huntress puts two dots bracelets together and makes those adorable headband. I would make that, and it just Liz.
Yes,
is
a Liz tiara.
Yes.
For me, it makes me wonder if there will be like pearlescent mini dolls instead.
That'd be good too.
Ooh.
All the colors.
Everybody gets the
Nice.
hair treatment that
Oh.
Mayhem had too.
Mhm.
That would be so cool.
Oh. This is and I will tell you, this is probably the only Lego streaming YouTube channel that gets that kind of reaction from friends. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I love Friends. Yeah.
But yeah, we are big advocates of Friends over here. So I'm interested to see how like what that's gonna be, like what they're gonna do for because they've done some sort of significant celebration for all of the other IPs of Lego that have had 10-year anniversaries. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they may or may not do.
Yeah,
with this
and
one.
actually, I kind of feel like Friends is even a bigger deal because I guess it's
It should
debatable,
be.
but I feel like they've kind of tried and failed on multiple fronts to appeal to girls. you know? So, and I
Right.
feel like they succeeded with Friends, and for it to have been going this long
Mhm.
says a lot. So
Maybe
pretty
for their
remarkable.
10-year anniversary, they'll stop gendering any of their toys
Yes.
and also do away with like, how does it feel to be a woman in
Yes.
whatever? And that could be our 10-year anniversary present. Is
I
they
am
could be
here for
like,
that.
"Hello."
Well, I mean, we actually did have a whole discussion a couple weeks ago about about Lego's announcement where they are going to they're trying to remove gender bias from the sets. So, and we were saying, I think that's, you know, I know one of the things they talked about on the LAN was there being more some more male figures available in Friends sets, more female presenting minifigures, more sort of non-gender specific minifigures as well, just that can be across the board anything. So
tell you what I want to see.
What's that?
We were talking about bringing things like the Heart Lake City pet shops into city. What
Yes.
I really want to see, and maybe I missed the boat on this, but I want to see Friends Space.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I
And
think
the whole
it's
star
because,
system
like,
line.
Golden
Yes.
Liz and Space Friend sets, I occupy an equal amount of just hysteria.
It would be so fun.
That'd be so fun.
I appreciate Wilfred's comment there. So girls are also buying Friend sets? What awesome news.
Yes, Wilfred. Exactly.
Hey, just wanted to say also hi to Heather Mraz is here. Zonker is here. Hey, Zonker. Good to see you.
Hi, friends.
We've got let's see what else. Who else? I saw somebody else. Oh, Cy O'Connor is here. And our good friend Dave Robinson is here. Hello, everyone. We're just having a little chat about Friends here at the moment and how much we love it. So, okay, here's a good question. If they were to produce a some kind of 10-year anniversary thing for Friends, what would you want it to be? Like, what would be your ultimate 10-year anniversary of Friends celebration set? What would that look like?
Clearly, it's a bus that pulls up and it's full of male presenting and non-binary mini dolls. Obviously.
Ooh, I like that.
Over like Friends style, big fat Ninjago City style modular mashup thing.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love that.
That'd be super cool.
Not
like
not
a high
exactly
rise.
that, but something of that type.
Now I'm torn between like a full-on Saturn V style, like an Atlas V build in Friends colors, or like a gorgeously colored carousel, like really kind of the matchup retro feel of some of the amusement park rides, but like all of the mini dolls in the little carousel.
Yeah.
I want a mini doll CMF.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, now Gorgonzola, you're hitting me where I live here. Friends Haunted House.
With the cutest ghosties.
Which would go
Adorable
well
ghosties.
with all the carnival stuff, right? It could be themed for the carnival.
Yeah,
That'd be so
absolutely.
perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think for me, it would probably be like a Friends train along the same vein
Yes.
as the party bus. So like
Yes.
like Friends party train.
Yes.
Because then
With
the train
powered up.
bros would have to get on board.
Can you
Nice.
imagine?
Well, if they're
like-
going to do a train, they need a high-speed rail train, so they have to build it on monorail base.
Yeah,
And then
sure.
they capture everybody.
Clearly.
They won't do that.
And they can add powered up to Friends. What a wonderful advance in programming
yeah, so
that would be.
I'd love to see some motorized Friends
Yeah.
stuff.
I would
Well, you know,
think-
because
I'm gonna
really the
guess.
closest we've got to Friends Space is from Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
The Unikitties and puppy corns and stuff. All of
No,
them.
the big,
And
the
the
big
spaceship.
Sweet Mayhem's.
Yeah, Sweet May. We had Sweet
Wow.
Mayhem, who was a mini doll, and
Yeah,
she
she
had
had-
that awesome opalescent hair. Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and she had the indestructible ball. That's the name of her spaceship.
That thing's awesome. I don't have it, but it's awesome.
But I would think maybe I would like to see something more modular where every floor represents each of the friends' interests. So you have a mixed use building where it's a bakery
Apartment
cafe
building.
on the first floor, second floor would be a pet hospital, third floor would be athletic gym related, music center, something like that, and then the living quarters would be stacked up. Would be kind of cool.
That would rock.
That sounds really good. I like all of this. I want all of these things. They need
There
to
you
make
go.
all of them.
The Friends team at Lego and is busy for the next decade now.
I know.
With all their ideas.
They're watching like somebody's taking frantic notes to send directly to them, right?
I've always said
Have a
this.
scribe
It will
that's like, "Your Lego, thanks, that'd be great. Thanks, thank you."
This is the Friends team right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Sorry, Moto, what were you trying to say?
Well, at the heat death of the Lego universe, there'll be two things remaining. It's Ninjago and Friends.
Indeed.
It kind of reminds me of Mark's Heartache Hotel.
Yeah, Heartache.
Oh, that was pretty amazing. I gotta say, yes, that would be pretty amazing. Oh my goodness.
But that's why I did
my
Friends
goodness!
Jago,
Everyone says
because,
a whole
it's the two
year
things.
only mini dolls with Lego sets. Oh my goodness! Can you imagine the outrage? I mean, they're already outraged because there's like a sticker on the plaque of the USC AT-AT.
Oh please!
So can you imagine the outrage of, I want to see a whole line of Star Wars sets with just mini dolls just to watch, like hear the sound of a million Star Wars Lego fans' heads exploding all at the same time.
I want a
I
Darth
would pay
Vader
money for
micro
that.
doll.
Someone made a joke in our stream the other day about Star Wars fans being excited about the big gray dog, and all I want to do is go line up and talk mercilessly to Kevin about like, are we going to get the big gray dog? And Kevin said no. Kevin was like, absolutely not. We're not doing that.
I love that.
And you know what comes out of your big gray dog?
Oh no!
No.
Skeletor
We've all
is
seen
here.
that
Watch
video,
out,
right?
everyone!
That animation
Wow.
is fantastic.
Wow.
Oh my goodness!
I guess someone could do a mashup with Clifford and the big UCS, make it a big gray AT-AT or big red AT-AT.
That would be very
Red
expensive.
AT-AT.
Well, I did see pictures of people with that AT-AT like next to their, what looked like a fairly large dog, and they were of similar size.
Oh yeah, it's a
Pretty
big,
crazy.
it's massive. I mean, it holds an entire squadron of snowtroopers. If you want to stick 40, troopers in there, it'll fit them just fine.
That's crazy.
What's crazy about it is it's a stop motion. It's a stop motion Lego set because the way the joints work is it's all worm gear driven. You have to put in a built-in screwdriver to actuate the legs into place. So it's actually designed just like the miniature models on the movie, where it would be perfect for stop motion animation because you can fine tune all the angles very slowly to make it.
I can see why
set
they would
up.
have to do that because the weight of it,
Yes, because
the
the weight.
joints, the joints wouldn't hold that weight. Yeah.
Although,
they had to-
looking at the way that they did the ankles, I'm super impressed because they've made a smaller version of the ring gear. So it's like a smaller Technic ring, and they use two sections of it going into the small friction-enhanced mini turntables so that the ankles can rock very tightly connected to the legs, which is really cool. And it looks really accurate, too, because they have that little half ring on the AT-AT.
But no, it did. It reminded me of the actual Phil Tippett stop motion models from back in the 80s that they had to design and stop motion.
We're still that's how they build the puppets at Leica.
Yeah.
They still build them with the armature that has to be. You have to have a screwdriver to kind of lock it in place for the same reason because of the weight of them. Yeah, they need to be able to hold their positions pretty tightly.
For all of those families who are buying the UCS AT-AT for their 7-year-olds can learn about Technic.
Yeah.
7-year-olds.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
Listen, some of us go our
I don't
whole
think I
life
could drop
without
that much
learning
coin on
about
my kid.
Technic.
I mean,
just
I'm
saying.
going to be buying one for my 10-year-old, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. Well,
For the children.
I can't say it's something that we'll be purchasing, but I know that a lot of people are very excited about it. And I love how we were talking about Friends and slid easily into Star Wars talk because that's what happens around here.
It just flows
To
naturally.
be fair, it started by trolling them with mini dolls. So.
Yes, well, I mean, you know, we're just trying to give equal time here. Just trying to give equal time.
Equal opportunity, right? Yeah.
Right.
Not enough people talking about Star Wars.
We need
Well, also,
to
there
I
was-
agree.
Uh-huh.
There was a piece of news we missed last week.
What was that?
Oh, casting for season 3 is not open.
Oh,
Lego
yes,
Masters on
it's
TV.
true. Casting
Yeah.
for season 3 of Lego Masters is now a thing. So
And
Lego
I
Masters
hear,
US. Yeah.
I hear that Canadian applications are being accepted.
Oh my
Say.
goodness.
Oh, very good.
Yeah.
Well, we would have
Say.
to learn how to build real quick.
Get on that.
We have to touch Technic pins.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Here.
So
I
you
don't
know
Yeah.
what people are talking about.
What are they talking about?
They're talking about how we haven't shown our pins for today yet. So we're going to take a
Ooh.
brief sojourn from talking about Star Wars. And we are going to show pins. So who's got pins at the ready?
I do.
Okay. All right. Let's go. Now, usually we go with Kara, but today, because our guests are ready, we will go with Kevin and Brenda
Take
on the
Cara's
big screen.
spot or get- Okay, well, I guess we're
You're-
big screen now.
It's my honor.
This
Thank
is your
you.
moment.
Thank you. Thank you, Brenda. This is actually a pin from one of the Twitch streamers that we really like. Her name is Arc-Asian. And she streams like design and drawing on Twitch. She's hilarious and adorable. And this is a tiny Bear grilled cheese. And there is nothing more wholesome or pure than this
That
pin.
is adorable.
Isn't it cute?
Is it-
And if you want just like some super wholesome, lovely drawing streams, Arc-Asian is like a strong recommend. Kevin and I
awesome.
were
Yeah,
both
yeah.
in her
Yeah.
chat today, and she's really, really lovely.
All
and just a
right.
good like Canadian creator to support.
True.
Is it wrong that I'm hungry now? I want a bear grilled
You
cheese.
can be
You
hungry
have-
at any time.
Richard, you're having exactly the right response to Bear grilled cheese. It is correct. It will feel that way, friend. That is correct. This is what Bear grilled cheese does to us. I understand.
All right, Kara.
I felt like something really cute today, so I have this cute little chibi zoom zoom tank.
Oh, very cute. Nice.
Oh, I love that.
Blair.
I have another one if you want.
Oh, you have another one. Oh my goodness. Okay.
No,
well-
another one of these. I have another one of these.
Oh, you have a spare. Got it. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yummy.
now here we go. We've got Blair. Yes.
So I know I've made it abundantly clear how awesome it is to be working for Lego while all of this amazing representation is going on. But I was issued a
Yes.
pride pin at work. They provide these to Lego store employees. So while I already had adorned my apron with lots of queer flair, this one actually came from my boss. So how cool is that to be working somewhere where they put one of those into your hand to put on the floor like that?
That's so
Very
awesome
cool.
because I just realized that we got one of those as a gift from our local Lego employee, and I just thought it was like a kind gift. I didn't realize, I mean, which it was, but I didn't realize it was also like a thing that they were giving to employees. That's
Like a store thing.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh, that's so good. All right, Moto.
I've had my I'm gonna wear my Kelsey bracelet today because I'm feeling like Kelsey needs some representation. But the one that matches it is the red bear.
Aw.
Oh, very nice. I love that we've been able to give you pins that you can wear with anything, really, a variety of colors and styles.
I love accessorizing your accessories.
Exactly. All right, Holly.
All right, I'm gonna deviate because I've already shown all my pens. We haven't done stickers in a while.
We haven't done stickers in ages.
Been a while.
Yeah, and I have this like fresh sticker sheet. So before I destroy it, this is kind of an awesome sticker sheet, y'all.
Oh, yeah, it
Nice.
is.
That
Yeah,
is
it
fresh.
is.
Is that Azkaban posters?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's for Honeydukes.
Oh, I have that set to put together. Oh, I can't wait.
All that
And all
candy.
those
All
candy
the candy.
stickers and the window stickers. Although I am a little bummed that these weren't printed like they were for Diagonally.
That's
Yeah,
kind of
that would've
surprising,
been nice.
actually.
Don't get me
That's a bit of a-
started on the plaque of the UCS ATAT.
Ahoy, hoy, Hornburgers!
Well,
Hello.
that's what Windex is for, right?
You know, anyone who
Right.
complains about that tile being stickered never did one of the old UCS
I
sets
was
where
gonna
it was
say,
on thin
why is that
tiles.
news? Like they've all been like that. or
I
most of
know,
them.
and they're still upset about it.
But
All
the
right.
old ones were all on like
Disgusting.
one wide tiles, and the sticker went across multiple. So like
Oh, yeah.
it's way
Yeah.
more
See,
chill
they're,
now.
they're learning.
All right, you ready?
Yes. Well, it's time for us to trade some pins when we go to the park in
Yes.
January.
I'm bringing back Joy right there. Joy,
Love
it's
that
the name of the day.
so much.
And I've got, and I'm going to take the backing off because she looks better that way. I have got one of my favorite redheads.
Oh,
yeah.
It was
what's
so
the rabbit?
wholesome.
She's not bad. She's just drawn that
I
way.
love this pin. I remember going to see this movie at the Cinerama Dome in LA when it premiered. It was so good. And and I don't think that the Cinerama Dome exists anymore. I think it's turned into something else now. I could be wrong about that, but
I feel like just the name Cinerama Dome is something that can no longer exist.
It's
in
probably
this
like the
world, you know?
Bolarama Dome now.
Right?
or
Yeah.
the Derby Rama Dome.
The Derby.
or-
Yeah, it was already replaced by a skating rink that is also no longer there.
Ah.
To be
it's the
replaced.
Bananarama Cinerama Dome.
Yeah.
Just give it 5 more years and it could be the Thunderdome.
There you go.
Now, I have a bit of TV trivia here, and I might be.
Oh,
we'll,
dear.
we'll see. Correct me if I've got this wrong here. But so Kathleen Turner voiced Jessica Rabbit,
That is
right?
correct.
And wasn't it Kathleen Turner who also voiced Dana Scully's Poison Tattoo?
Wait,
No,
what?
it was not actually.
Okay,
it
who
was,
was it?
It was God.
Uh-oh.
Jodie Foster.
Oh,
Jodie Foster was the voice of Dana Scully's Poison Tattoo
Wow.
on that episode of the X-Files.
they could have a battle for
I missed
coolest
that episode.
voiceover.
I have no idea what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
she got like a 1940s pinup. It was one of these ones where like Mulder was off that week, so they like it was just about her, and she got like a little 1940s like pinup tattoo, like a bust pinup tattoo.
Okay.
And and it talks to her and told her to do bad things, and yeah, it was absolutely
That's a great
Wow.
Jodie
episode.
Foster.
How did I miss that episode? That's
I
wild.
don't know, but there you go.
So what was her eventual scientific reason to ignore it? By the
Right. Yeah, that's what
Oh,
we did.
because it was some kind of like poison in the ink or something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
So
I
it
was gonna say
you know.
there was some sort of
Of course it was.
hallucination. Yeah.
Yeah,
Of course it was.
of course it was.
Poison.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, Blair
there was
knows.
never any evidence remaining by the end of the episode.
So there you go.
It had
And
metabolized.
Atorn G2 says season 4, episode 13.
Yay.
There you go.
Wow.
You can find it.
Good job. Good
Look at that.
job.
The
Like that's
research
so
is
expertly applied.
Ooh,
It's hard.
very
Well
glamorous.
done.
It's hard to put them on the inside of pound.
It is.
Yeah.
Let's-
Yeah.
That's a pretty
Beautiful.
They're very
Wow.
unforgiving if you get it wrong.
Yes. Yeah.
Is
Well,
that
One
what's
of two. I can
what's
still
even
mess it up.
harder are the ones that are curved on the inside, and you have to put them on the. Oh my
We're
goodness.
looking at you, Justin Ramsden.
Yeah,
Death Star tunnels.
It's always Justin, isn't it?
King
it
of
is. It
stickers.
usually is.
Okay, so I'm curious, what is, because it looks like a few of us are working here. What are people working on right now? I think I know what Kevin's working on because I built it and I recognize the roof.
Where?
The whole thing is right behind me too.
And I'm just going to say, Kevin!
Oh my god.
Yay. So can you guess what it is that Kevin is working on?
I'm in love. I'm in love.
True.
Oh, so great.
When I grow up and get married, I'm living alone.
That's why they call it the alone.
Yeah.
I've also been working on, so I love the movie, and you know, if we're gonna pick things to complain about, it has to be the number of minifigures.
This is a great thing to complain about.
And so I'm doing a whole bunch of purist ones for it.
That turned out awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Do you have them handy or do you want to wait till we do
got
minifigs
some.
later?
They're so good. There's some controversy about the hair color choice on Buzz.
Well, no, there's not controversy. It's just
Wait, what? I would think Brenda would be more familiar with that territory.
As a ginger, I would like to point out that the hairpiece
But I asked you.
let me tell them.
She's setting it up like drama.
It's Brenda's time.
I want to ask our friends.
Kids,
It's unbelievable.
kids. Kevin, let Brenda talk, and then you may talk.
Flynn, listen. It looks objectively. Let Brenda talk.
You're right. No one ever lets you talk.
Flynn said, listen, the ginger piece, Buzz looks more like a ginger in my nostalgic memory. And also in the actual Home Alone set, there's a sticker photo of Buzz where they made him a full-on brunette. I acknowledge that the piece that Kevin has chosen is closer to what is represented on the sticker. And from what I remember about the movie, Buzz was a ginger, because that's what the Bully Kid is.
Was he not?
Is he not? Right? Or I'm having like whatever that like mandala effect where everyone misremembers something together.
I mean, to be fair, he didn't have much hair.
He didn't have much
No,
hair.
he had a buzz cut.
Buzz had a buzz.
Or maybe I just want him to be ginger.
But I think like he had freckles, right? Didn't he have freckles?
now it's Kevin's turn.
Well, I'm going to show you different ones first.
Oh my goodness. It's a process. It's a process.
Okay, guys.
Build up the love before the controversy hits.
This is Uncle Frank.
So
Sure.
good.
That face.
So, and the sweater vest he's wearing is like dead on with what he wears in the first scene.
Nice.
Where,
Well, you know that sweater vest torso is what they used for my sig fig on Lego Masters.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Because
awesome.
you wear Argyle so often.
I used to a lot.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm googling, and Buzz is pretty ginger. So.
Well, hold on. Just let me get there.
Okay. Okay.
Holly, we're letting Kevin talk now.
You're not even on the screen. You're probably off complaining about stickers in your Harry Potter sets. Get out of here. That's his wife.
Yes.
So that
Awesome.
that's the torso. For the shirt she's wearing when they're on the plane.
It's so.
I've given her a purse. I've given her a purse to hide the crystal salt and pepper shakers. And he's holding traveler's checks.
Oh, very good.
Here's the pizza guy. This was tough. There aren't that many good jackets for him, but I used one of the new stunts ones actually, which works pretty well.
Oh,
And then
nice.
I got the pizza hat. I had to order that in, but it's not hard to get or anything. I do need to add a couple more pizzas. It has to be 10. But I have like hundreds of these 2x2 jumpers, and I don't know where they are. I must have put them in a mock somewhere, and I have no idea.
We use them a lot in brick doodles too.
Oh,
That's
do we?
I took them and stole them
All right.
and hid them from Kevin forever.
And
I'm
here-
mad about ginger Buzz.
Here is John Candy, the guy. You know, he's the polka king of the Midwest.
Yep.
You know.
Oh my god.
Yes.
So good.
Perfect.
Isn't that awesome?
Yes.
So that's a Monkey Kid jacket. And then I made him a tiny clarinet, which is the bar, a cone, and a Technic.
Oh my goodness, it's so good.
And that hairpiece is from the French cinema, actually.
I'm in love.
Kevin, you need to do like Okay Bricks does, and like
Yeah, I think I'll do a bunch of posts. I'd like to build some accessories for it too, but I need to finish the build and then watch the movie.
And then post
9
like he does. He does this little thing where he says where each piece came from, so that people can build their own. That's so great! Wow, cool.
I can't believe they didn't include a Buzz in the official set. That's crazy.
Well, and then everybody was like, well, then how come you didn't blah 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 blah? Like they really did just sort of put the main, like the sort of main characters that you see most of.
He seems pretty darn iconic though to me.
I feel like he's one of those like main character adjacent, like, you know, where a supporting character is just so spectacularly strong that they occupy a bigger part in the lore.
Yeah, like
it's
there's a lot of
not a thing. He's ginger.
Hi, Simmerkey.
Hi, Sim.
Can we just give a
Hello.
big shout out to Simmerkey, who's a Twitch streamer and has helped us a lot over there. She streamed stuff like The Sims and Animal Crossing.
Oh my gosh.
And
she's
she
amazing.
just got into Lego like 2 months ago. And she
Oh.
already builds like
Oh.
live amazing things on stream. So
If you want high octane joy, go hang out with Timurkey in the Mermaid Grotto. They will welcome you and love you, and they're all like newly excited about Lego.
go look at her haunted house. She built it in
Oh.
like 3 hours
Oh my
live
God.
with 200 people watching.
It's so good.
Wow.
It's so good.
Yeah.
And she's really kind to
Yeah.
baby streamers. Like
Sure.
before we knew anything.
So we have
she
a
was
lot of
very
love for
kind to us.
Simmerkey. Thank you for being here.
Hi, Sam.
That's amazing. Okay, here's Buzz.
Hello.
So I have a lot of things to say about Buzz.
You have a lot
Okay.
of things to say about
First
a lot
of all,
things.
okay, yes, I agree he was ginger. I never said he wasn't.
I know.
In fact, I went so far as to be to order the only existing minifigure that has the orange like stuck up hairpiece. Okay,
Mm.
so I'm going to show you the brown one first, which is actually what I prefer in the end. Okay,
Okay.
Nice flat top.
Yeah.
you like that?
It's a
Yeah.
reddish brown though, so I'd buy that. Yeah.
And he's got his jacket. He wears a jacket very much like this anytime he's wearing a jacket. So like when they leave the house or when he's in Paris or whatever. So there he is there, and that's the face from the old Neville Longbottom, I think.
Oh, nice.
I'm not saying that's not good. It is good.
There is one minifigure ever that has the dark orange version of that hairpiece, and
Hi,
it's
Sam.
whatever the guy's name is, who's the Green Goblin, I think.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh yeah.
He's in one set from 2003, and this is the minifigure.
To Kevin's credit,
So
he
that's-
did obtain the piece.
It's called like the
Okay.
Origins or something like that.
Yeah.
And anyways, if you put it on him, and I don't even think it's just the eyebrows. I think he looks awful.
It's not. I concur that it's not right. I'm just furious that it is, like, Buzz is a everyone in chat is saying Buzz is a ginger.
No, he is. I know, but like also, and then the sticker of him of his portrait in the set has him with
Lost
dark brown
Moto.
hair too. So,
I feel so mean.
but there's a spectrum of gingers, and the way they had the lighting, I think, actually makes this is a version of ginger. This is I would never use the reddish brown for my own hair.
We're not ginger.
I know, but I'm saying it's not brown either.
We're not going to sort this out. On
It's
stream.
reddish brown.
We're going to arm wrestle to settle it. We'll let you all
Okay,
know how
to
it
be
goes.
fair, you told me you liked this one
I
better.
do like it better. I'm upset about
The whole
liking it
after
better.
all that,
I'm
Brenda
upset.
told me.
I do
Well,
like it.
I for one think that you did a banner job on those, and they're fantastic
Thank
and
you, Flynn.
nicely done.
That's all I ever wanted to hear.
Yeah, he just wants Flynn to put his artwork on the fridge. That's all he wants.
Oh yeah, we need to get a fridge to put back here, sure.
Yes.
Have you seen? Oh my gosh!
This is
I don't know
very
what we're supposed to be
different.
talking about.
Not
What's
us
it-
the
I don't
whole
care.
time because
We haven't been here in weeks. They haven't seen this yet.
It is really good.
Our friend Rickard Dozen,
Hi, Rick.
an
We love
amazing
you.
artist, made this Monkey Kid style drawing of us,
It's so good.
and it's unreal.
Oh yes.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my
Wow.
goodness.
Isn't that awesome?
What? That is adorable.
It makes me so happy every time I see it.
Wow.
Yes, it's freaking amazing.
So we're gonna put a fridge behind us so that we can put people's artwork.
Oh, okay.
Are you
What
okay?
what is everyone else working on?
I know. Well, actually, I think the show's over now. Just kidding. Actually, before we move on to what everybody else is working on, it's time, friends,
Oh,
for
no.
the pause that refreshes. It's true. It is Logan cookie time. Oh my goodness, he is very excited today.
I was ready.
He is ready to go. And I think we need a little bit.
Say hi to everyone.
There we go.
Hi, Logan.
What a good boy.
Look at those little dots in his eyes like anime. Can you catch?
Boy.
Yay, Logan.
Cat.
Okay, say hi to everyone again. Oh, look, hi.
You're so cute.
Yes, what a good boy. And one more. Okay, just because he's so
Here,
good.
gonna boop your nose.
And he won't stop staring at
Stay.
you until you give it to him. Yay, Logan. All right, and we have everybody's favorite Muppet dog. It's Skittles. It's your friend Skittles, Logan. Look. It's Skittles. It's Skittles.
Look at those paws.
Oh my goodness, so cute.
Your feeties.
And who have we got here? Who is this, Kevin?
This is Newton. Hi.
Hi! Oh my goodness, so cute.
His little bow tie.
He's got his bow tie on for the
With a bow tie.
Good.
Cara, what have you got going on there? I see you're holding something up to the camera. Oh, it's reindeer Clicky.
Nice.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
So
Clicky.
cute.
I am all about Rudolph Clicky. That is so good.
That is darn good.
And we've got a yes.
Mario Hardy.
With the claws.
How else is he going to hold on to the cookie? And a magical
nice.
green fox because look at
Aw.
that eating a butterfly.
Delicate butterfly. Rude.
And one last go at Logan. He's all like a pretzel. And that, my friends, has been Logan Cookie Time. All right, that's a Logan Cook Time with the amazing animation by none other than Yano River Blue.
So
And I just noticed that 3 of 8 of us are gingers.
What?
It's true.
True.
You have
We
to
do
be
it.
careful because when you gather gingers together, their force becomes stronger and they get even more gingery. It's
I'm kind of the in between red brown
Nice.
type.
That counts.
I'm pretty far on the spectrum, but I have the Scottish
The clutch grows
highlights.
stronger with every red follicle.
Wow, by the time this stream is 3 years old, we'll all be gingers.
This is my dream. This is my plan. That's my all these little bundles of recessive genes, you know, that have no business. We're like out in the sun. Our eyes hurt all the time. It's not. None of it is practical.
Oh, is it Brenda's turn to talk about hair again?
We're talking about my current hair routine. Would you like to hear it step by step?
Well, now we are going to, Brenda, talk about what other people are building. So, Holly, what are we building today?
I showed you guys the sticker sheet, but I'm working on Honeydukes. And it is kind of amazing. Lots of little shiny, magical,
Oh,
glittery.
nice. And so this is the darn it, what's the whole set called? I have it.
Hogsmeade.
It is Hogsmeade.
Yes, Hogsmeade.
Yeah, Hogsmeade Village Visit 76388.
Very cool.
I kind of figured because I was sort of in the mood to build Christmas sets, but it still feels a little early for that.
Yes.
So this is kind of my warming up for Christmas set.
Fair.
Shouldn't you be building a Thanksgiving set?
I mean, it could be things.
Well, you could also be working on your.
The little feasty table in there.
You could be also working on your holiday feast for our holiday feast build challenge that is happening right now.
It could be. I got too many sets to build.
In 2 weeks. There you go. All right, Moto, what are you working on?
Oh dear. Sure. So last week I showed you I was starting to redesign my very first mock.
Whoa.
Wow.
Gorgeous.
So what's kind of cool about this one, I showed you it's got the mechanism in the back to rotate everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then for this iteration, there was always a magnetic rail system, but no one can afford magnets. So what this one does is it uses clips set. I don't know if you can see the core there, but it uses clips to grab onto this Technic large scale wheel.
Is that a cupcake holder?
Oh my
Yes,
god.
Oh my God, Moto.
And so the engine is a blue cupcake and then a lavender barrel, and it's got one of those crazy pod things from back in the day.
Whoa, check out that tight-fitting geometry.
Yep, and then it's using the same trick, grabbing onto that wheel so that the front end can rotate independently of the body. And then there's a lot of math to set the compound angles of the glass.
That is so good.
So
Wow, so impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's coming along. It's coming along okay.
Oh, maybe. Oh yeah, it's okay.
It's all right.
Amazing as always. Oh my
It's all
goodness.
right. It's getting there. So yeah, that's what I'm working on.
All right, Kara, what are you busily working on over there?
I'm doing something I do not nearly often enough. I am sorting.
Oh, very
So we've
good.
got this just enormous piles of everything. This is just the surface, but
Well, I want to I want to show your the piece that you made for the museum. Do you have it around?
Okay. No, it's actually at the museum, but you can pull it up on Insta.
Okay, I will do that. And while we're doing that, Blair, are you working on anything at the moment? Now that you have access to gazillions of sets.
As dangerous as gazillions of sets can be, we did build the gingerbread house the other night, but I've still been working on my advanced dots stuff. So my latest one is this.
Oh, nice.
It's it's a little hot, but it's a snow globe.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh my goodness.
Let me pop it off here and see if I can get it to be a little less shiny. So you can see I've got the penguin and the snowman in there and snow-capped trees, and then the pearlescent pieces bounce around in there. Still using that same technique, the half stud offset with the inverted bows. So hold on to your bracelet. And then I've decorated it with a bunch of fun tiles that are holiday themed.
Very cool.
And I've worn it to work 3 days now, and not only does it entertain babies who are really not super stoked about waiting in line, but it's held together really well. So I've only spilled everything twice.
Wait, now are you talking about the 40-year-old babies or the legit babies?
Yes.
It soothes anyone upset about stickers on their UCS sets.
I am excited though. I'm going to be there for Black Friday for the launch of the AT-AT. So,
oh my goodness,
we'll get to wear some fun Star Wars things, and I'll get to see the joy in all the adult children's faces as they get let in to buy their big gray dogs.
Awesome. Okay, so I actually have I have your piece up here. Let's see, Kara, that you worked on. And do you want to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so this is a tiny little local museum called it's Pleasanton's Museum on Main, and they're having a little Brickworks exhibit right now. And so a bunch of us from Baylug, plus a few other local community members who are not members, have put in Lego models. Most of them are California related, and also some local landmarks, because they wanted to keep it the theme of the exhibit, local to this small town. And this is their logo. And so I did this mosaic of their logo. And so it's all 100% Lego greebling with all kinds of parts, minifig, clickets, just all kinds of plates. There's an owl and a rabbit and claws and windows and doors and just a whole bunch of stuff.
That's so cool.
Next image, you can see the logo.
Here you go.
That's lovely.
Yeah, so I had a lot of fun with that, and I'm donating it to them.
Oh, that's awesome! Very cool.
Nice work, Kara.
Yeah, very cool.
Thank you.
Cool.
And it's liked by the Hornburgers. Really good.
Yes, it has the Hornburger stamp of approval. Oh my goodness! So yeah, definitely go check that out. We're currently going to be working on deconstructing the Home Alone house.
Oh my goodness!
So
back into its bag,
so that we can send it to the Hornburgers. Speaking of the Hornburgers, who won the set at our last Tricky Lug meeting.
Congratulations!
So we're first
That's
engineering
huge.
that.
Yes, it was. Yeah, we will. So yeah, just going to go backwards through the instructions and put things back into individual bags because Well, I'm sorry. So when I finally got my copy of the Monster Fighters Haunted House, it was just all in one giant Ziploc bag.
Ooh.
Ouch.
And it took so much extra time to build because of that. And that was far less pieces than that Home Alone house, which is something like almost 4,000 pieces. Like, it's crazy amount of pieces.
Wow.
I can't even imagine.
I recently got Ninjago City and used from somebody, and she put it in bags for me. She grouped it by 2 bags at a time, and it just made it so much better.
Yeah.
Than even 2 bags, you're like, okay, I have to filter through some stuff, but it made it so much better.
And honestly, it's not really that much effort as you're taking it apart to put the pieces in bags.
Especially if it's like modular to begin with, you know.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about folks who open every single bag and then knoll it across the entire table before they build?
They have too much time on their hands.
Oh,
that
would hurt me. That would be difficult. I have to do the one bag at a time thing.
I did that for a big Technic. I think it was a bulldozer when we were on Lego Masters. I took over the sort of side table that was in the hotel room, and I got a bunch of paper plates from the lobby and knolled it into all the paper plates. But then we were so busy with the show, I didn't get a chance to put it back together. So I had to stack all the paper plates in a box, which are now basically one big Technic jumble. It's going to be, a zillion pins.
Mm-hmm.
And have you ever put it back together, or is it still like in a million?
No, it's waiting. It's all sealed in a horrifying giant Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's still there.
Peter says you don't have to go to too much trouble to sort that because Julia loves to sort. So.
Well, I know, though, but we want to do that as our gifts to you because we adore y'all, and we would, if I received a set that was divided up into bags, I would be very excited about it.
Plus, I'm so OCD. Like, if we're sitting together, like, I like sorting the pieces initially before we build it, but putting them back in a bag just scratches that itch, that OCD kind of.
Yeah, it'll be nice.
But isn't
All right,
it
this was
about
painful.
when people knoll the whole set, even though it is maybe not the most practical thing for build purposes? Like, you're trying to tell people how colossal something is, and our brains kind of break.
Oh,
With, like, how big is big. I can see it as, like, there's something incredibly satisfying.
Well, I was thinking specifically of Adam Savage and his crew over at Tested, where they took like a massive set and they started opening every single bag and knolling it on the table, not with plates or tubs, but setting each individual piece side by side before they even built it. And I was like,
wow,
Lord, I'm not that patient.
Minifig Nick says he's going to do it with the Titanic. I want to watch that one.
Think of how many more sets you could build and the time it would take you just to know that.
Plus, it just takes up so much space. That's space you don't have.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a process.
I am. Yeah. I know that there are some people very excited about the Titanic. Have you actually seen the box yet, Blair? Is it like the size of a human child?
Like this big? It's pretty big.
It's
a monster.
so large you can't even check it as luggage on an airplane. I bet.
It's one of those where people are like, I'm like, hey, would you like any help out to your vehicle? We can get it out to the curbside parking, and they're like, no, I don't know. I'm like, why don't you check out the box? Let me have you hold it for a second, and they like get 2 steps away, and then they're like, actually. No, I got it. And I was like, whoa, okay. Their arms are going to be really tired when they get to that.
Are you now a certified forklift?
Operator.
Oh, we don't even have one. I'm the human forklift.
I love this. Patrick says, I want to order the AT-AT and open all the bags into a giant gray chaos pile.
I love that.
Ouch. Right, this was very, very difficult to get on, by the way.
They go on the
but it looks so nice.
Oh, look at you.
It goes edge to edge, so there's no room for error on that one.
Wow. What a beautiful window piece, though. Oh my
I just
goodness.
wish it was printed. Why is this a sticker? That's insane.
Is that the same color window panes as the one in Diagon Alley?
Seems
like the
to be. It's pretty
darkish
close,
greenish.
right?
Hey,
And I
Jake
can pull it
Savage is
down.
here. Hey, Jake.
I like what
And I have to do
Biker
two.
said,
And
too.
you have the thing is you have to do two of them too. So there's
And they have to match. Otherwise, they'll go nuts.
yeah.
Slugbiker says, "How about that AT-AT ad where the actor is just casually carrying the box?" I don't think that really happens in real life.
I
The
don't know.
sound of the stomping is just the added weight on his body.
It depends on the actor. I mean, did they hire like Dave Bautista to just throw it over his shoulder?
Probably.
Because that's what it would take, right?
Sandwiched
it
in
takes
there.
someone pretty big to do that.
I'd say
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
I love that set.
I mean, it's hard to say because it's not sandwiched in there, but I mean they're close enough in color that
They're close.
I really don't know why these are printed and the round ones aren't. That's insane.
Torture. Someone wanted to torture.
It
us.
must be really difficult to print on that rounded element.
Yeah, on that curve, I bet. Yeah.
Have you written them an email?
Yeah. Strongly worded email.
Sai is asking what you're building again, Holly.
Oh, Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade. And Spot the Magic Ninja's here. Hello, Spot. How's it going? Welcome. Oh my goodness. Well, I've got a couple of. Yeah, speaking of large sets to build, we got this going on.
Nice.
Yeah, Lego was kind enough to send us this for a review, so I've got to get cracking on that one. Oh my goodness.
I know, it's Fox.
It's
It is not.
Well, so Rob says round wears off, but I will tell you that stickers unpeel as well on round parts.
What was that now?
Well, Rob said something in the chat about how round wears off, like printing on a round part, it might wear off. Although I'm not really sure why that would be. But the issue with putting stickers on round parts is they tend to peel.
Got it. Now I'm curious. What's the status of Windex on a clear sticker? Because I haven't done that much, if at all.
Should work, right? As long as you smooth it from the inside out to get the bubbles out.
Yeah, I heard there was maybe some sort of issue with it, like fogging up because it kind of breaks down the gummy stuff, and then
I mean, even sticking this on and taking it off and sticking it on again, I guess you can't tell, but it is a little cloudy.
Yeah.
I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get it absolutely perfect the first time because you don't know where it lines up edge to edge. And the first time I put it on, it was just not. I mean, it's really tight. I don't know if you can tell.
I've done some
really
on that
on the edges.
before on another set, I think, and they were very tight
That
as well.
just happened.
It's really
that you
hard.
did that.
Yeah. So
Don't you
I
hate
didn't.
that? You go through all the effort to get it perfectly parallel with the edge, and then you're like a half millimeter off, and you can't sleep at night.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so I showed Kevin this trick once, and it blew his mind. But
yeah.
So if you ever put a sticker down and it's
Yep.
like not quite right, you can just use the sticker paper to slide it up under an edge.
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
It
And so
solved
you
all
can
my
just kind of
problems.
wedge it up under the edge, and you can use that to lift the sticker up so you're not like
instead of your
damaging it.
nail.
And like it'll go right in, and you can get it really far under, and like really
Mhm.
get a good grip on
even
it.
if it's on really, really tight. Like I did it on this piece because this one was a little crooked, and I just
I did it
stuck
on one
the-
that was like 10 years old, and it worked great.
Yeah, you can stick
So-
the sticker paper under there, and you can see like none of the corners are creased or damaged at all.
Looks great.
I got to an interesting point. Flynn, I don't know if you guys want me to show you some of the snot math that goes into one section of this thing.
Of course we do.
Sure.
So, okay. So what's going to happen is I'm going to put curved slopes on both ends of this. So you have to put in a sandwich layer.
Ooh.
These are the snot bricks with studs on both sides. But the real trick, in order to match a 1x2 pattern to flip-flop the orientation, is you'll use a headlight brick against a headlight brick against a plate.
Whoa. So how many days did it take you to figure that one out?
I don't know. But
Like
it's
20
happening
seconds,
there,
probably.
there, and then if you have already an inversion occurring, you can sneak it in there. But it's the headlight bricks, because they have that notch inside,
Yeah,
Yep.
the Erling brick.
That half plate inset will solve the math for the width of the inside. I don't know if you can see that, of the inside
Yes.
pattern of a 2x distance across a plate.
Wow.
Wow, that's some tight fitting.
My brain hurts
Geometry
now.
Your
So
brain-
is that spade? Is that
I
spade
fully
the height of
understand
4
it.
plates?
But I'm fully impressed.
Yeah, and then what I do is I also put a lightsaber blade between these two open stud bricks to clench that gap together a little bit more tightly.
Oh, just for a little
Wow.
extra clutch.
Yeah, because it's made of the polystyrene and not the ABS. It's got a tighter clutch power, but also if you slide a lightsaber blade in between those holes, you get a really tight clutch.
Wow.
Just to reinforce the bridging that's occurring on all sides there and there.
And then you
And
just
then, of course,
repeat
the
this a bunch of times.
That's incredible, Moto.
The only fortunate thing is I've run out of pieces. This hasn't happened in like a year and a half, and I have to stop. I've actually run out of slopes. I can't believe it.
That's very shocking to me.
I'm shocked. I'm like, where did what?
Moto, Abby the Brick Squirrel would like to see you write a book.
I'd buy that.
Oh, really?
Yes. I would definitely buy that.
Lego math, absolutely.
Sure.
Oh,
You know what I
I
could do?
would
So
buy
how's
that
this
for
sound?
sure.
What I could do is I could do a book that's more like an art book of all my models, and then I disassemble sections and explain some of the techniques.
There you go.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The
I
magic
started,
behind the curtain.
I started prepping a video on like
Lego math.
on Pythagorean triples based on the roller coaster set, because that thing is just full of amazing triangles that fit perfectly.
Yeah, I've got a Technic one. I always keep
nice.
these handy, but yeah, I've got a Technic. I'm trying to like do the camera work here, but
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got a Technic triangle solved there.
nice.
that I've never documented. And
Nice
then-
parts usage.
Yeah, the crazy one is I did this thing where I matched the Technic angle against a cheese slope.
Mm-hmm.
But what's crazy is if I take off this piece, all the math was solved. It wasn't even connected.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And it's not a perfect match. There's going to be a little bit of, it looks like a quarter plate mismatch, but it's tight enough to where in a mock you could probably slide that in and make it all work.
That looks pretty amazing.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess I'll think about a book then.
That's a
Cool.
I'd be interested.
Think
That'll
how
be just
excited
casually.
I'm
I'll think about a book then.
Well, it would take time.
Of course, it would take time. I
Iron
just love that you're
Ghost
so
Rider.
casual about it, because that is the most Moto response that I could possibly think
Yeah.
of.
Get a
Here's
Lego
me.
math ghostwriter.
I am
Lego mathematician.
That's what
Oh
I'll
my
do. Is
goodness.
I'll ghostwrite the book, and then it can be published by I Am Bored Toys and Art and Jest.
There we go.
There we go.
And everyone would be like, she didn't write that.
Yeah.
She ain't. There's no way that
You're
will
right.
pay
Okay,
off
I'll
for
ghostwrite it
anything
for
to
Blair.
do.
We'll make it believable. I'll ghostwrite it for Blair, and everybody.
I know they'd be like, there are far too few exclamation points in this book for Brenda to have written it.
And the whole time I'm writing it, I'm like, where are my emotes? I cannot add to myself this disgusting alphabet. I
Yeah.
refuse.
Plus, if it's not in all caps, no.
All caps all the time. We
Yeah.
feel
All right,
things
can you
big.
imagine Brenda writing a book but like in the Harry Potter style where all the pictures move and everything like that?
That's what it's like in my head all the time.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
I'm imagining
I'm busy.
All the time.
I'm imagining math formulas where the plus signs and the dividing signs all have googly eyes.
If someone had put
No,
lines
Richard.
on-
It's like putting little hearts above the eyes. You put a little heart for all the symbols. You know,
There you go.
preferably a Dot's little pink heart.
You know what? It would be a bestseller.
It would be a bestseller.
I'd buy
Moto
it.
will happily collab with you on that. You're in charge of math. I'm in charge of exclamation marks, and also Kevin. You
I'll
went
do-
up with the math.
I'll do.
I
all
use
the
open
poorly
sound
chosen
spawn for
hair
everything. I don't
pieces.
see
There
it
you
work.
go.
Oh lord.
Oh,
we've
now,
seriously diverted. haven't we?
Kevin.
We sort of run off the rails there for a bit.
No.
No,
Oh my god.
yeah,
we
what's
call
really
them
sad is,
rabbit
like,
holes, and they are
I have to
perfectly
make 4 of
acceptable.
these things, so that's why I ran out of pieces. I don't realize how much stuff this thing gobbles up.
Oh my goodness!
All right, I think
Yeah,
I made it to the
exactly.
other side of sticker hell, you guys.
Yay!
Oh,
Congratulations.
very good.
Hey,
Those look
Nicely
amazing.
done.
That looks beautiful.
Are those prick?
Yeah.
I'll send you mine so
Rough.
you can do them for me.
Rough. I have yet to ever once use the Windex, but I do have like a pile of those big fat stickers that are like, you know, I will need the Windex for, so they just have not ever been applied because I don't have that kind of time in my life.
So you
Oh,
have
my
some
goodness.
kind of like sticker macho going on here.
A little
You're
bit,
like,
a little
don't
bit.
need
There's a little
the
bit of
Windex.
pride in my sticker application.
Me too. I don't use Windex. But Holly, do you find the larger stickers are more difficult, or the little itty bitty ones?
The larger ones, for sure. Yeah.
Oh, for
because-
me, it was the sticker that went on the underneath the thing of the monkey kid mech nose.
Oh,
one
that was
really did me
brutal. That
No,
was
I don't
like,
have
that
any
was
issue with little
mean.
ones.
That was just a
Big
mean
ones.
sticker, in my opinion.
If stickers had emotions, it was accused with cruelty.
I don't use any of these tricks. I just buckle down and get focused, and I do it, and I
Yeah.
do it right. And if I don't do it right, it's just a reminder of the day that I had when I put it on.
Yeah, exactly. See, I think I have a little bit of envy of the people I work with, you know, because I work with people who work very miniature and like
Yeah.
everything's so precise, and there's, you know, and I don't get that in my daily life. So this is
You've
this
got
is
the
it. This is
precision
my
and
like
dexterity. Yeah.
this is my tedious miniature like skill, you know, right here.
So I'm curious, who here does a holiday display of Lego sets during the holidays?
Huge. Yes.
Yeah,
We do.
I can't put my hands up for that.
Mhm.
No. Well, normally we set up the train around the tree, but we didn't do it last year, obviously.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to do it again this year. Very
We've been
excited.
doing it since before there even was a Winter Village theme.
Yep. Oh well, and that's my
I've been doing it since before there was Christmas.
You know what, Flynn? Flynn, you've inspired me. I'm going to start
Just
by building my reindeer battle pack and putting it on the mantle above the fireplace. That's what
There
I'm
you
doing.
go. All right.
Did you call that your reindeer battle pack?
Wasn't that what it is?
Yes, it
Yes.
basically is.
Yes.
Well,
By the way,
and-
I bought this with Philip came out here from season 2, and so I went into the store and I said, "Yeah, we're here to buy the reindeer battle pack," and the employee just kind of was like, and he looked. I said, "It's right over there," and he looked and he went, "Yeah, you know what? I'm going to call it that from now on."
Well, I actually in our cabinet of curiosities, meaning cabinet of why aren't these built yet Lego sets, I do have the Winter Village Carnival that Brickworm was kind enough to send me last year, and we didn't get to set it up last year, so I'm going to do that. Might be like a Twitch stream thing.
yeah.
We motorized
soon.
that carousel. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, it looks super cute. I'm very excited about that one. And I've been trying to build the post office from my own bricks for years and have never been able to do it. And I think maybe this year I might finally achieve the post office.
We made the postal truck.
Our very first year. Yep, we made the postal truck.
Flynn, this year is your year. I can feel it. I'm rooting for you.
I hope so.
You know what? You'll get down. Let me tell you what happens. You'll basically get down to like the last, 20 parts or something that you need, and then you're gonna find one used for like a price that you can't pass on.
No, well,
That's what
maybe.
happens to me every time I try to build something from parts. I end up finding the whole set for like a good price.
Don't curse them, Holly.
Wow, I see.
That's not right.
It just
Hey,
happens.
my mom's here.
It's
Hello.
like, it's not my fault.
Good to see ya. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm personally looking forward to getting my my display together, or our display together.
Your mom's holiday setup is pretty cute.
It is. Well, and we did. Now, do you remember we used to always do a tunnel for our train?
Always.
There's something about like when you do a train setup, like there has to be a tunnel. Like I'm sure Kevin, you know all about this, right? Because
there's tunnels everywhere in our basement.
It's
because
my parents' house. Yeah.
Carlton
It goes
Railway
away
has
and it comes back.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? Like there's something about seeing it pass behind and then through something like disappear and come back out again that's just endlessly fascinating. And I don't know why or like.
Now, when it goes on the other side, do you go into an imaginary kingdom with some puppets who can educate kids about their feelings?
100%.
No, it's just dark and gray. It's not even decorated in there.
And this is why you want to behind me.
I was thinking of Mr. Rogers' example.
They're Canadian, Moto. Give them a break.
Okay.
Yeah, I think actually that for I know at least for Brenda and I, like every time we close our eyes, we go to another world that has full of puppets. So.
Absolutely.
I don't even
Flynn and
have
I
to
are
close
just
my eyes.
constantly surrounded by our own version of the Muppet Show. Anytime we're not, like the whole world can just change into that.
Amazing.
Hey, Dad, how's it going?
Now, I gotta say, my dad set up the first Christmas train I ever had. It was just a simple little train that went around the tree, and he was so into it that it ended up taking over the pool table and having, working lights. And I think this is where my hobby interest came from.
Yeah, none of us know anything about hobbies taking over space. Like there's nothing.
Guys, actually, my husband actually built me a display table because I had outgrown our little like side table that I had the display on. So it got too big. He actually built me a table to like accommodate my winter village.
Oh my goodness, that's so sweet.
That is
Love
the
y'all.
most romantic thing I've heard today.
Yeah, we have
That's pretty romantic.
Yeah, we usually just do like a big, the traditional oval train track around the train, and then we set up little levels and put the different buildings on them, and
then we make the angle too steep, and it kind of has to work to get up, and then it goes too fast on the way down.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember being obsessed by like anybody who had a train set when I was a kid, like it was just so fast, and not even so much like that I was into the train itself, is that I was just into like the miniature part of it, like all the little houses and the little tiny train and the little trees made out of that fuzzy stuff. And those are amazing. So actually, Kevin, tell us a little bit about your dad's like a major miniature train guy, right?
Yeah, he has an HO scale. I wish I could remember everything, but it's like 2 levels in the basement and like, I don't know, 30 scale miles of track or something.
There's actually there's a live
lot.
stream on Kevin's channel where he took us on a tour and like set up an iPhone on.
Yeah, I went home to visit finally, and I like rigged up my phone on the train,
so we could drive around,
and then logged in on StreamYard, and it just went around the whole time. You can see inside the tunnels and everything.
Yep.
That's awesome.
It did get caught in one of them, so it did not come out the other end.
No.
It went to a magical land of puppets.
Yes. Yeah,
exactly.
But yeah, I mean, it's massive, and it's all kind of based on like set in rural New Brunswick in the like early 60s, I think. And it's called the Carlton Railway. He's on Instagram as well. He posts like as often as a dad does.
But it's beautiful. And, like the Instagram photos are it does that slightly uncanny valley thing where you're looking for a cue to understand scale, and something's really beautifully cohesive, and you're like, what? Where? Show me something that tells me that this isn't the real world, and it's delightful.
But he like made me one in my room when I was a kid. Like we worked and like put it up, and then it had like. So there could be a circle when you come in the door. It had like a bridge that you could put up and then stick like the like latch pins thing to have it together. So it would finish the circle there.
So
wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of like our lugs train layout that they do every year has a little like a way that you can get into the middle of it, and it's got that little latch,
little soldered wires.
But he does awesome. He does all like he was president of one of the big ones and like. Runs the conventions and things like that as well, and like is really into the hobby side of it and kind of, and they do like what do they call them
when they all go and like run a schedule,
they like run
together.
so he like for him he also he likes doing the scenery and stuff, but he loves having like, this is the trains, like what has to be done today.
Yeah.
And these are the schedule of the trains, and they have to stop at the stations and pick things up and drop them off. And
they
so
set
on.
themselves like an obstacle course that you need multiple people running multiple points in order.
So they have clocks on the wall that run at 3 to 1
Yeah.
for an 18-hour workday, and so it. 6 to 1. 6 to 1. And so, I mean, you can set them at different things. But so they're running it for 3 hours, and in an hour and a half, they like take halftime and go upstairs and go eat and chat and laugh.
I love it.
And then they like write up a little fake newsletter about all the mishaps from the day.
That's
and
adorable.
It's like full of puns and like stupid
Steve's
stuff.
also he's like objectively a very funny, entertaining like when he
Like,
took us on the tour and was talking about
he's
like he's
great,
incredibly it's the most wholesome, high octane wholesome
I know.
that you will
He gets really excited.
ever watch. I love
So
it.
has he ever gotten into Lego trains?
I mean,
There's a couple that you gave him.
Yeah, I mean, he loves Lego a lot. But like, he just has, he's been doing trains since he was, 6 probably. I don't know. So like,
wow,
just
wow.
that, yeah.
He's
so-
imprinted.
Exactly.
He's imprinted.
I love how we say wow, and here we are still playing with Lego.
Right.
Same.
Well, now, so I'm curious about. So is like the model train enthusiast thing still going really strong? Because I think a lot of us think of that as a more older generation thing.
I can answer that
Moto.
because I'm at a model railroad train show this weekend.
Is it
That's
mostly
awesome.
like older dudes participating, or are there younger people involved in?
I mean, my
displaying
dad,
too?
when he came up to visit in Ottawa a couple weeks ago, and he just got going on a rant about how like the powers that be won't move to online stuff, and like no one's streaming, and no
Your
one, and
dad's
he's like,
cutting edge.
there's real resistance, but then this young gun came in and like basically formed a coup and won the election, and now they're gonna, and so like. I think, yeah, definitely like a lot. So like in where he is in Eastern Canada, he's like, there are no hobby shops now because all the owners have passed on and their families aren't going to run it. They don't have the knowledge. So they sell the stuff basically. And like, I think that's happening in a lot of spots for that type of hobby. But I mean,
So that is aligned with my observation. So at this convention, when you look at all the model railroad folks who have set up displays and are selling things, I would say that there's probably someone in their 20s or 30s, and for each one of them, there's 9 people whose age is definitely retirement, 65 or older.
Yeah.
So it is aging out pretty strongly, pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I had this it was sort of sad. It was a sort of a sad moment. And, I like to have lots of positivity and light. But there was this table where one of the vendors, it was a lady, and she had all this train stuff just surrounding her. But the sign just said, "Widow wants to sell train stuff."
Oh my goodness!
And it just kind of hit home. It hit home because a lot of folks were coming over and looking at all the Lego train stuff we had up, and they kind of appreciate it, but it's not the same detail and model making ability and painting and sculpting and all the other stuff that comes in because Lego's a toy is very modular. That's what we do. And it's sort of chunky. We try to make things work.
I will say though that the Z scale, which is
the smaller
trains
ones
are really small.
Really
There tend to be younger people that do the Z scale stuff, and they're pretty heavy into it. I mean, I have a Z scale train. And it's basically the same as Lego micro scale. So you could do. I have a plan to do a whole, Lego.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder too.
But I was just going to say it's very unusual to see the age differences in the cultures between the true, not true, but the people doing real model railroad trains versus a Lego train setup. Whereas our club actually expanded our train layout by double between last year or 2 years ago and this year. And the other crowd, I think, got reduced by maybe, I don't know, like a 10th.
Well, I wonder to what degree too, kind of like what Kevin was saying is if part of it doesn't have to do with the accessibility of buying the parts, right? Like you can walk into a Lego store anywhere and buy a Lego train. If you want to do miniature trains, you have to seek out probably an independently owned hobby shop. I mean, I know I've seen some train stuff at like Michael's, but it seems pretty much on the lower end of.
Oh no, I was going to say, remember that Lionel trains were the Lego of their time. I mean, making model trains was ubiquitous when there were Westerns on TV, and everybody wanted to do their Westerns, and in the cowboy aesthetic, and everybody was really into the Western stuff, and trains went right with that. And model making of railroad trains, it was very ubiquitous. There was always a toy shop that had all the Lionel trains, or this train or that train. But if you look at today's environment, you can go to a Walmart, Target. You talk about any sort of decent commercial big box venue, or for you guys, Toys R Us up north or wherever. You can get a Lego set, and you can get some accessibility to a Lego train when it's out there. Whereas, I think there was a really cool model making train shop that was maybe 10 minutes from me, and it shut down, I think, over the COVID. It was barely hanging on, and the COVID did it in.
Well, kind of too. A similar thing with like Dollhouse building, right? Was like at the place where I used to go to shop, like the furniture for the house, like all the little miniature things. Also had a whole train section, right? Like the little train area. But and I know I've told this story before, but there was like a little tiny Brenda in the store one day with her dad.
Baby Brenda.
They were all she was like this cutest little ginger head girl, like with her dad, and they were picking out stuff for the thing, and she goes. The little girl goes, and I am not exaggerating the excitement in this voice. She says, "Can we put on the roof today, Dad?" And he says, "Sure, honey." And she went, "Yes."
I feel seen. Good. All of that correct. All of that correct.
You want to put this roof on
today?
And it wasn't just a Liz doll stuck in there to represent someone else. It was a true miniature.
So you know what's crazy, you guys? So when I was promoting the whole Coraline house on Lego Ideas, someone tipped me off that there was very much a very alive and vibrant dollhouse community that I should be promoting the Coraline house on. So I tapped into that like hobby space.
Right.
I had no idea like how deep it goes. Like there is some insane stuff people are still doing with doll houses.
Well, and I mean, and actually, Kevin, like that Home Alone house is very dollhousey in its presentation, like the opening walls in the front. I mean, it's all very, and I'm so glad that I'm hoping this is a trend we see moving forward, maybe even with some of the modular buildings, because I've always found that whole top-down thing to be so weird.
Well, I feel like it removes you from the action, and looking in the front, you can feel right like you're a minifigure right in there.
But that's something that maybe we kind of have in common with some of the ways that Lego has managed to adapt things that are really, really deep hobbies that can transition from a play object when you're a kid and you're doing it with your parents. Like I remember building a dollhouse with my dad and being enraptured by the process, even though as an 8-year-old, I'm not in on every single step of it. But if you get that bonding time with a hobby when you're a kid and it evolves into something more complex. Lego's really good at like, this is a play and a display and a sculptural object, and it can be really smart, and you can be 6 and enjoy it.
I feel like we have conversationally solved the question of what needs to be the 20th anniversary set for Friends.
10th
train set.
But
so for that major anniversary, that's exactly maybe what we need is like a Friends dollhouse that would really open up and be truly grand.
Oh,
like a true grand hotel to reflect the first year.
Oh, that Grand Hotel, that original Grand Hotel set is still just like one of the premier sets.
I was thinking about the hotel.
Yeah, but you remember like Ninjago did Legacies where they're reimagining the original run of sets and upgrading them.
Yeah.
But maybe that would be it, is to go back and do a Grand Hotel with all of the lessons learned through the Onboard Toys house up there and all that other stuff, right?
Friends Train, just saying.
Yeah.
And put Friends Train in the front.
Yeah, I thought about that one because it's interesting that my daughter has basically grown up with Friends because she's about to turn 14. So she was about 3, 4 when Friends came around, and she was that prime age to kind of latch onto it. And she was pretty into. I mean, that kind of was her introduction. I mean, we had other Lego around, but having like a 3, 4-year-old girl, I was interested in those sets because there were some cool. It was the animals, really.
Yes.
But the animals and some of the parts, like I remember there being like scissors and like some other things that I was seeing in those sets that I thought were really, really interesting. And I remember buying, and they also like, and I can't remember if 4+ was a thing at the time or if junior sets were around yet. I think maybe not, but there was something about some of the early Friends sets. They had a lot of very small kind of easy to build sets, and so when she was 3 years old, those were some of the first sets that she was building, and we just started building like our own little Heart Lake city, and that's basically what she grew up on with Lego. And then eventually, then elves came out, and it was all about elves and et cetera, et cetera. But
of course,
it's kind of interesting to me, like thinking, 10-year anniversary, that's about right. Like she's grown up on this. It's crazy.
Yeah. Kevin, I love that that hinged roof. I thought was.
I didn't realize it was going to be like that until I looked back and I was like, "Oh right, I put hinges on this."
Yeah, that's one of the more brilliant pieces on there. I thought it was so clever.
The little sticker of Kevin's building plan.
Yes,
battle plan in there on the table. Just.
Well, and I want to. I'm also very proud of how we came full circle on today's show.
Yay,
starting off with Friends. Ending with Friends.
Much like not Michael Jordan, who himself goes full circle.
He does. It's true.
On a model train set.
On a model train. See, it's the circles and circles and circles and circles.
Wow, that set is the Venn diagram of our lives, right there.
For all of our willful derailments from Onboard Toys and Artinjest. I see you bringing you back on track.
Derailments.
Nicely done.
So proud of me for that.
Well, friends, now that our train has come full circle and is going to park in the Friends station, I would like to thank everybody so much for joining us today. But before we go, it's time for Favorite Minifigs.
Oh, goodness.
All right, so let's see.
Mine is Buzz Jim.
We are going to start off with Blair today.
I got you one.
I don't know what it was, but I was just looking at stuff, and I gotta highlight the Ursula minifig.
Oh yes, it's so good.
Whoa!
Best eye makeup in Lego.
Well, and
that badonk.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Right. Well, they love that they gave her a belly and a butt.
Yes. It's so good. These are the things that were missing from Winnie the Pooh, right? He needed a little bit of a
little punch. Well, speaking of a little punch, I'm going to go next because mine is not only do I have that myself, but I identify with Thor.
The overhanging belly.
I love Bro Thor. I'm so excited for Bro Thor, and it was a fun little build too. It was really good.
He's even got back printing.
He does. Yes. He does have back rolls.
Oh my god!
I love that.
Okay, and
I've got as a special birthday present from PT McEwen, I've got Mercy from Overwatch.
Nice,
sweet.
I love that hairpiece.
Nice armor plate there.
All right, how about Kara?
Today, I have somebody cheerful. I have Miss Sandy Cheeks.
Yay!
Aww.
Yay! SpongeBob.
I love her little helmet. Is so good.
Oh yeah,
that was the best SpongeBob figure. I love that one.
Totally.
Moto.
I have a YouTuber here who I met, and they gave me their sig fig. This is good old Haley Bricks.
Oh, super cute.
And she has a doggy, just like you guys. Different doggy than you, but
very nice.
I haven't seen that dog before.
Oh yeah.
That was was that one from one of the Marvel sets, I think?
I don't know how she got it. I just appreciate that she gave me her sig fig.
It's very cute.
They're on Bricks and Pieces.
Awesome.
There's Haley.
Holly.
So I got a couple because I had one that I had pulled just from my set that I'm building right now. In case you guys
Golden Ron.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of the 20-year anniversary Harry Potter figures.
Very cute.
Pretty fancy. But then this one was within reach, and we'll just call this one a step in the right direction.
Nice. Oh, awesome. I love him. Where's he from?
I don't know. He's in my I had him pulled into a small mock that I had made.
Awesome.
And so he was just sitting in my pile over here, and I was like, yeah, more of this.
You could use that suit to make a Fonzie mini.
Oh my God!
doll.
Don't the Fonzie. And now, because I've given them ample time to scramble, Kevin and Brenda, because I forgot to warn them ahead of time. And I know you have a lot of minifigures close by.
Immediately was like, I have yours.
Well, you
also.
shouldn't have made me show all my Home Alone ones.
Look at
and
yeah,
they already showed.
Please, the ginger eyebrows.
Yes, he does have ginger eyebrows. It's true.
I just got that recently. I had to get above a certain amount to send the Buzz hair figure, you know. So I had added that guy on.
It's nice.
Very good.
I'm picking the Ninjago. What are they? Spinjitzu Burst.
Like
Kai with the fire torso.
The day that you would choose Kai.
Oh, very nice.
Why won't that focus?
Give me that. Give me that.
Cover your face, Brenda. There we go.
Nice.
Which
very
it's brighter
fiery.
than it looks right there, but yeah.
So good. Awesome.
It looks awesome. I like it a lot. But I hate Kai. Kai's the worst.
What?
Oh, wow. Uh-oh. Controversy.
Oh,
There's strong feelings.
Or would that be controversy? Okay. On that note.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Yes, I think it is Andrea's dad. Good call, Monica.
Andrea.
Yes.
So everybody, I want to thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you, Kevin and Brenda, for coming on and being with us again. We've missed you. So great to see you again and hear you again. And thank you also, Holly, Moto, Blair, and Kara for coming on, and Moto for taking a break from the train show to come and be with us for today. So
you're very welcome. I needed a break.
We appreciate it.
I was losing steam.
Oh, woo!
Nice.
All right, everybody.
Your mom's making chili.
Oh, very good. I'm making gumbo today. Just saying. It's one of those days. But we will be back on. Well, I'll be back on Tuesday on Twitch. I don't know what I'm going to be building yet. Maybe one of these many sets that I've got here still left to do. And then we will be back on Friday for a build stream.
What's the stream on Friday, Flynn?
I have no idea. It's going to be something.
Oh, that's right. It's the first week of a 2-week challenge.
Yeah, so we are in the, like I mentioned before, in week 1 of a 2-week challenge. The theme is Holiday Feast, and we will be doing a show the day after Thanksgiving, and everybody will be off and recovering. So please do join us for that. That will be a lot of fun. That's in 2 weeks. So everyone, until next time, don't forget to stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands, wear that mask when and where you still need to, get that vaccine if you haven't gotten it already. If you have, get that booster.
We did.
And we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Happy building.
You're happy building.
No, you are.
Happy building.
No,
you are.
you.
No, you.
You.